Click the Join button and get access to all the lessons in the playlist Chess Lessons for Beginners. We learned such an effective tactical technique as a pin in the previous lesson. But what to do if the pin was used against you? We will talk about this now. The pushing back method and the screening method are applicable if the king is behind the pinned piece. Let's see an example on the screen. White b5 bishop pins c6 knight. Black can move bishop d7. This is a screening method. Bishop stands behind the knight and covers the king. Black can also move a6 instead of bishop d7, attacking the bishop. Bishop a4 and b5. This is a pushing back method. White bishop is pushed aside by pawns. The black knight is free. There are additional opportunities appear in the fight against the pin if another piece, not the king, is behind the pin piece. The first is the move of the pin piece with check or strong threats. At the example on the screen, white can move rook e1 and pins back knight, because the queen behind it. But this move will be a mistake, because black knight can move on f3, knight f3 check. White forced to take the knight, g takes f3, and after queen takes e1 check, white has a material losses and bad position. Let's analyze the next game. e4, e5, knight f3, d6, bishop c4, h6. Mistake. Black loses a tempo because moving with rook's pawn without needing. Black should develop light pieces, moving, for example, knight f6. So it was h6 in the game. Knight c3, bishop g4. Mistake again. Why? Because knight takes e5. The knight moves with strong threats. But black cannot see it. Black sees only attacked queen of white, and bishop takes d1. But it turns out that white sacrifices his queen to checkmate the black king. Bishop takes f7 check, king e7, and knight d5 checkmate. White freed himself and checkmated with 3 light pieces the black king. This amazing game was played in Paris by Legal against Saint-Brie in 1750. The tactic is called Legal's mate in his honor. Another way to get rid of the pin is to move the piece behind the pinned piece with check or strong threats. Let's take a look at the position on the screen. d5 rook is pinned by b3 bishop. The queen is behind the rook. Black can move queen g6 check, freeing the rook from the pin. King h2, rook h5. Or queen f6 with counterattack on a1 rook. The third way to get rid from a pin is to make contact between the pinned piece and the piece behind it. Black's move at the position on the screen. White's rook pins b7 bishop. But black has a saving move rook b1 check, king f2 and bishop takes e4. The bishop defends the rook. The contact is made between bishop and rook. Rook takes b1, bishop takes b1, black has an extra piece and all chances for victory. Homework. White's move at the position on the screen. Create an opportunity for a pinned piece to move with a check. The hint: first move is creation the opportunity, the second move is check. Answer the question in the second homework. Will white win after rook a6 move? The answers you can see in the next 20-second lesson. And now the answers to the homework of the 12th lesson. In the first task, it was necessary to answer the question: how to use black's mistake king f7? Answer: white moves e8 queen check, and after king takes a8, bishop a4, pinning the rook, king e7, bishop takes b5, and white has an extra piece and win. Black moves rook to a3 check in the second task. How to use white's mistake rook 4 d3? Answer: white rook moved under the pin because the king behind it. Therefore, black moves rook takes d7. White forced to move rook takes a3, and after rook takes d1, the draw on the chessboard. In the next 20-second lesson, we will continue to study chess tactics and find out what double attack is. See you!